I found the note on a grey unassuming Wednesday folded into a neat square placed next to her half-full coffee mug. The one she always reheated and never finished. There were no flourishes, no goodbye, no warmth, just 9 words written in sharp ink. Don't try to find me. I need to be free. No name, no explanation, no apology. I stood there for a long while staring at that chair across from me. She hadn't even bothered with a final lie. Hadn't offered a soft landing. Just vanished. So, I did exactly what she asked. I didn't chase her. I didn't call. I didn't drive around looking for signs of where she'd gone. Instead, I picked up the phone and called my lawyer. We had met years ago in the most ordinary way between 2 shelves at a local bookstore. I was thumbing through a book on behavioral economics. She was pretending to browse poetry. Her smile had that slow pull, warm and dangerous, like a fire that invited you closer before burning you down. We were married within a year. She wore a deep red dress instead of white. Said white felt dishonest. That should have told me everything. For a time, I believed in us. I really did. The way she laughed, the way she could make chaos feel like magic. It was all real until it wasn't. The laughter stopped. The chaos stayed, but now it came with silence. Not anger, just cold, biting silence. She began staying out late. Then it was overnights. The perfume on her skin changed. It wasn't the one I gave her. Her gaze stopped reaching mine. Her touch grew mechanical, routine, distant. Still, I kept my mouth shut. I gave her space. Told myself she was just tired. But deep inside, something in me had already started grieving. One evening, while she was in the shower, I noticed her phone was suddenly locked. That was new. Later, I waited until she fell asleep. Used the fingerprint scanner while she was out cold. Nothing obvious appeared, but that was what made it obvious. Too clean, too quiet. So, I watched for weeks. And when the note came, I didn't collapse. I moved. I filed the divorce first thing the next morning. Froze the joint accounts. Shifted investments into a separate trust. Reassigned credit cards. I didn't do it out of anger, but precision. It was about regaining the wheel. Quietly, completely. Then I left. I booked a suite by the water. No return address. I didn't answer her one message. Didn't reply to her missed call. She wanted space. I gave her the stars. Fully notarized. 3 days in, my lawyer called. She's outside my office, he said, half amused. Crying, I sipped from my drink. Let her wait. She never thought I'd be the one to let go. She thought I'd chase, that I'd beg, but she made the wrong bet. She thought I didn't understand how this game worked. What she didn't know was I'd been writing the ending long before she ever started the chapter. Weeks before she left, I'd installed tracking software on her laptop. Not because I needed dirt, but because I needed clarity. It delivered both. The man she was involved with wasn't just a friend. He was a colleague, married, father of 2. In the messages, she called him L. She told him he made her feel alive. Said I was safe like a brother, comfortable, familiar. She dissected our life with surgical cruelty, carving me out of her world like a tumor. I compiled everything. Then I sent it piece by piece to his wife. I didn't wait for a reply. The next day, I got word he'd been kicked out of the house. His wife had filed for divorce, froze his assets, called his employer, Balance. When I returned home, she was waiting outside my building. Her makeup was smudged. Her shoulders hunched forward like the sky had finally dropped on her back. Please, she whispered. We need to talk. I walked past her without a word. She followed me through the lobby, desperate, stumbling over apologies. I was lost. I didn't know what I wanted. He's not in my life anymore. I made a mistake. I turned slowly. My voice was low, but steady. I know he's not. Her face went pale. That's when she realized. I read every message, I said. Every word. She took a step back as if the air itself had shoved her. I thought I needed something else, she said, almost choking. You did, I replied. And now you have something less. We met once more at my attorney's request. She walked into the meeting room with a hopeful expression, like we just had a long fight, and this was the resolution scene. But I wasn't there to reconcile. I slid the folder across the table. Inside the division of assets, complete and signed, enforced prenuptial clauses, no alimony, attached documentation, All legal, all final, she flipped through the pages with trembling hands. Her face lost all color. "You were planning this?" she asked in a cracked voice. "No," I said calmly. "You were. I just finished it." She stared stunned. The image of her across that table. That's the last one I've kept in my mind. Not the girl in red. Not the one in the bookstore, but this one. Silent, broken, and stunned to realize I'd stopped playing the role she wrote for me. They say betrayal hits you like a knife in the back. But revenge is the moment you stop bleeding and realize the blade is now in your hands. I don't check in on her. I don't care where she is or who she's with. She got the freedom she claimed to need. And I kept something she never expected, my dignity. She thought the quiet ones break. But the truth is, we build, we endure, and when we strike, we do it without noise. Some stories end in heartbreak. Mine ended in silence, and she was the one left listening.